Hey y'all, it's your girl Ashley Camille here at Fifth House Bloom. This message is for the cardinal signs. Cardinal signs for the week of April 29th through May 5th. This is general guidance, so please take what resonates and leave the rest behind. At this time, I'd like to welcome forth the power and the presence of the elevated guides who can assist me in delivering this message for the cardinal signs. I ask that you open up our ears so that we hear the truth of liberation. I ask that you open up our minds so that we may bloom. I ask that you open up our hearts so that we may embrace our divinity. I ask for assistance in delivering this message with clarity, empathy, and ease. I give thanks. How y'all doing? All right, let's see what the message is. One of the cards, yes, love to see it, came out. That says new life as our opportunity. We have breathe, overall energy, and then community in reverse in our challenge. Are these supposed to be? Okay, it doesn't matter. The message gonna come through anyways. Let me show you the cards. This is interesting. If I'm not mistaken, community came through last week in a different deck. So we're already kind of continuing the theme, continuing the reflection, continuing to really be sitting with that. Give me a second. It feels, ooh, okay. So a couple things, because there's like some mixed energy here with your personal growth, the personal opportunities that are coming in, you know, anything that's really aligned with you taking the next steps, you know, whether that be in a project, whether that be in your own just like inner and personal growth. I don't think we give that enough credit of the work that goes into that and the impact that that work has on the external world, right? Potentially like, you know, recognition or raise, right? Something that like impacts you directly has really started to emerge or is coming in for you. And it just has caused you not necessarily to move differently, but it more and more, and this has been kind of like a steady a constant theme that's been coming up for you all, is recognizing your light, really being able to see yourself the way that others see you, to really be able to see like how smart you are, how great you are, how talented you are, and coming to a place of being able to embody that. So yeah, I take that back. You are moving differently, because how can you not, right? This is the energy, like in the prayer when I said that we recognize our divinity, right? When you see God in you, like you move different. And so you are getting to that stage where it is, you know, slowly but surely emerging more and more, more and more. And as that light is being reflected from you, it is illuminating what is around you, right? And here, I'm gonna just keep it real. Like, there has to be people that reflect that back to you, right? Because the way that it just came in and that it was said was like shining your light in dark corners, right? But this is not like shadow work, right? This is not a embracing those dark sides of you. That's like, oh my God, it's a boogeyman in the closet type shit, right? And it unfortunately is potentially some of the people that are around, some of the situations, some of the, you know, people, place, or thing that are not conducive, that are not supportive of the light that is emerging from you at this time. And so this is not something that's going to happen in a week, right? Especially with the continuation of this showing up for you, that this is really kind of like the next stage of your journey, and you'll be working with this for a while. So I say that, you know, not to discourage you, but to recognize that just how it took for you to emerge into this light, to start to really see, because you're not done, right? You also are not done seeing and embodying the new light that is coming from you. All that to say that this is going to take time, and you are now in the process of building up your community, building up your environment, building up your resources and opportunities to match what has been emerging for you. I'm supposed to read community, both in the overall message and in the protection position. What should I start with? Okay, so first I'm going to read protection. Okay, beware of compromising your integrity in order to belong. Thank you. We'll get into that. How do you dim your light or change yourself so others will accept you in the group? Do you hide who you really are in order to play a role within the larger whole? This will never fulfill you. Now is the time to assess your willingness to be real. Stand tall, be you. Authenticity is true self-expression and the only way to empower yourself. Don't be afraid to be yourself and to step into the role your heart tells you to take. Making yourself small bears too high a cost, right? And so with this light illuminating these shadows, these dark aspects, these parts that it's like a black hole almost sucking it up. And because you desire this connection, because you desire this community, because you need this, right? We're still trying to make work what is already there. Okay, I'm gonna get back to the other message at the end. And so the challenge also that you are facing is, part of it is a kind of guilt, right? Because of a, you know, level up, so to speak, you know, and maybe even getting pressure from, oh, you think you too good, you think you too this, you think you too that. You are, right? And that is different than being better than, thinking you are better than someone, right? Undervaluing something. You need people, places, things that are supportive and match who you are now and who can continue to take you on the next level, who you can work with in cooperation and collaboration and support to take you to the next level, right? And so part of it is that pressure to conform. Part of it is not wanting to stand out, to be this bright light. You know, maybe not like explicitly saying that to yourself, right? But because when you look out, you are not reflected in that environment, it makes you shrink. Okay? We're going to get some additional insight. We're going to see what we can expect. Was that it? Oh. Is this it? What we got going on here? Sorry, y'all. Oh my God. Come on now. Sorry, y'all. I'm at this conference and I still wanted to do the messages, but I'm tired. And I think this is a reflection. Well, we're going to get this message out. Okay. So, I'm not stopping. I'm not stopping. Okay, we have the Empress in reverse, King of Pentacles, Nine of Wands. Give me a second. I'm going to take my time. What can we expect as we are on this journey of finding the people, places, things that are a reflection of the light that we are embodying and trying to embody? Already, this is kind of talking about the people around you, right? I mentioned this already of this this attitude of trying to keep you small. So not only people, right? But again, what is limiting you? What is restricting you? What is keeping you from being creative? What is keeping you from being free? What is keeping you from being authentic? And while the language that someone might use might not explicitly say that, pay attention to how you feel. When someone is really trying to intentionally or unintentionally keep you from shining, a lot of times you might feel some shame, you might feel some sense of doubt. You're going to feel some kind of insecurity based off of what people are saying or how they were responding to your actions, especially things that you are proud of, things that you are excited about, things that you have worked hard for, successes that you have had, right? Also trying to attach themselves to that type of success, make themselves responsible for it. Now, I am speaking about like people in relationships, but remember that this is general guidance, right? So even if we are expanding that outside of like one-on-one relationships or relationship with groups, thinking about things that you might be working on and the outcome. Are you having some blocks? Is there some resistance or some hard stops? And where are they coming from? What are they coming from? Because spirit will stop this shit too. Okay. Goodness gracious. Also control, watching for controlling behaviors, potentially micromanaging, right? These are all things that try to keep you restricted, try to keep you small. And so the more that you shine, the more that you embody this light, the more that you can the more that you might be experiencing that, but you cannot let that sow seeds of doubt in your mind. You have to you're probably gonna have to work really hard, whatever kind of magic you use, whatever kind of affirmations you use, whatever it is that you use to keep you on your track, to keep you into a growth mindset, to keep you going and growing. You are going to have to double down on that and remember to be seeking the new. All right. So in the same vein that when you are sharing, you are living, you are shining, and you are seeing the way that the external environment responds to you, pay attention to where it feels good. Pay attention to where you are being affirmed. Pay attention to where it is being reflected back to you, right? And moving more in that direction, gradually moving more, because the environment around you currently, it's all of these blocks, it's all of these barriers, all of these things that are trying to contain you. All right. Okay, let me check to see if there's anything else. Okay, sorry y'all, camera cut off. Right. So just kind of like an overview of that is, in the current spaces, or a lot of the current spaces, there is this sucking away, pulling away at your energy that really doesn't allow you to continue to grow, that doesn't allow you to create, that doesn't allow you to be in your abundance, right? It's putting up these barriers, these boundaries, these walls, these blocks. But there is like these peaks, so because your light is shining and is starting to attract those new opportunities, those new people, those new communities, you have to be the one to follow that and recognize that. Okay, so we're getting more action, we're getting more information What are the actions? What are the actions? Eight of Wands, the red, yellow, Nine of Cups, Ten of Wands. Ooh, I think we have a bit of an ego check here. Okay, watch for this. I think, you know, at the beginning I mentioned this doesn't make you better than, right? Even though you are seeking places that are more reflective of who you are, be careful not to stick around and stay because it's creating an ego boost. Because you are using your progress and measuring yourself against other people, places, or things, right? This is the work of the ego, and not having the ego work for your light. You got to be careful, right? Because once you step into new spaces and spaces that are more reflective of you, you come in at a place of more, it's here versus here, right? And so, yeah, you have this energy of people maybe trying to knock you down, but it's also the energy of fans. It's also the energy of recognition. It's also the energy of like, oh my God, how are you doing that? You're so great, da, 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 right? But you don't realize, like, that might feel good in the moment, but energy like that, when someone has kind of like attached or is sucking into you in that way, is just, if not more, draining, right? And so watch that ego. And also, again, a reminder here that this is long-term work. Long-term work of you building something that is more reflective of you. There is going to need to, it feels like there needs to be some, because it's not reflection, right? It's an adjustment. This is more of an internal adjustment so that it's catching up to yourself, letting these new goals, letting this new way of being catch up to you, because you're still kind of operating from that old place and seeking in those new in those old ways where your approach hasn't quite caught up to you. So I'm encouraging you, especially before setting new goals, seeking new things, to pause and give yourself a moment to catch up to yourself, because you risk continuing to build, continuing to create in that old way. I'm seeing you like stacking up all of this, like these bricks around you, making a circle, like you're trying to build but blocking yourself in, right? We have to come from this place. Building a life for who you are, who you've grown into, and who you will grow into. All right?